How important is the family to society? Would you say it's very important? Pretty important? Or would you say that families as we know them are not really necessary for a healthy society? How do you think Pope Benedict would answer this question about the importance of the family for a healthy society? In 2009, at the 6th World Day of Families, which was held in Mexico City, Pope Benedict sent a message in which he said, quote, "The family is an indispensable foundation for society and for peoples, just as it is an irreplaceable good for children, whose coming into the world as the fruit of love, of the total and generous gift of their parents, deserve to be born." End quote. Did you catch that? He said that the family is indispensable and irreplaceable. And in his general prayer intention for this month, he used a similar word, unmatched. We're praying that all people may respect the family and recognize its unmatched contribution to the advancement of society. In other words, in Pope Benedict's mind, there is no substitute for the family, by which he means the family as God intended it, not as some people want to redefine it. In that same address he said, "Today, more than ever, the witness and public commitment of all the baptized is necessary to reaffirm the dignity and the unique, irreplaceable value of the family founded on the marriage of a man and a woman open to life, and also of human life in all of its stages." Again, we have that word, irreplaceable. Why? Well, using the Holy Family as a model for family life as God intended it to be, Pope Benedict said, as Jesus demonstrated by honoring the Virgin Mary and Saint Joseph, the family occupies a fundamental role in a person's upbringing. It is a true school of human and perennial values. How is it a school for human and lasting values? The Holy Father explained, "It is at home that people truly learn to live, to value life and health, freedom and peace, justice and truth, work, harmony, and respect." Now, this is not just something the Church teaches. Back in 1989, the General Assembly of the United Nations approved an agreement on the rights of children, and in the preamble of it said that the family is, quote, "the natural environment for the growth and well-being of all its members, especially children." Referring to this agreement of the United Nations last year, Pope Benedict concurred wholeheartedly, saying, "Certainly, it is precisely the family founded on marriage between a man and a woman which is the greatest help that can be given to children. They want to be loved by a mother and a father who love one another, and they need to dwell, grow, and live together with both parents, because the maternal and paternal figure are complementary in the education of children and in the construction of their personality and their identity." End quote. Thus, society, dioceses, and parish communities must do all they can to support families. In his message to the Mexico City World Day of Families, the Holy Father made this clear by declaring that families have certain rights that must be recognized. He said, "Because of its essential role in society, the family has a right to have its proper identity recognized that is not to be confused with other forms of coexistence. It is likewise entitled to expect proper cultural, legal, financial, social, and health care protection, and most particularly, to receive support that, taking into account the number of children, provides sufficient financial resources to allow it to choose the type of education and school freely." Because the family is, as Pope Benedict said in words which echo Pope John Paul II, a vital cell of society, the health of society and the health of the Church depend upon the health of families. We join Pope Benedict this month in praying for families and for society, that it may be convinced of the unmatched contribution that families make to the development of society. The values that keep families together are those that will keep society together as well. And ultimately, those values are spiritual. For Pope Benedict said last year in an address to the Pontifical Council for the Family, they depend upon, quote, listening to the Word of God, prayer, constant dialogue, mutual acceptance, and mutual forgiveness.